Hey, what's up, everyone? So, I came across this video the other day. I didn't really watch the whole thing. Basically, what it's about is racism and if black people have the power to be racist. So, let's jump right into it.
Basically determines that you have the power in the racism.
A lot of black people that are racist, right? I would argue blacks tend to be more racist than white sometimes.
No, racism basically determines that you have the power in the racism. Black people can be more prejudiced, but rightfully so. We don't have power.
Bombocard!
Yo, what? How long is this clip? What? 10 seconds is already
man.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna play the full clip, and then I'll give you our commentary after, bro. That's why I don't like debating these Wakanda niggas, bro. These we was kings ass. Yo, embarrassing, bro.
A lot of black people that are racist, right? I would argue blacks tend to be more racist than white sometimes.
No, racism basically determines that you have the power in the racism. Black people can be more prejudiced, but rightfully so. We don't have power to be racist. If you're racist, you're in a position of power to use the racism against the racist you're doing it against. We can definitely be more prejudiced, and sometimes the situation depends, rightfully so. Out of everything that motherfuckers experience every day, every week, and for the last 400 years, and the up thing is, you know when you bring up 400 years ago, and they be like, get over it? How can you get over something that's not remedied? You tell somebody to get over something for 400 years that has tainted people's ancestry, all type, but you can't get over when they left a cheese on your cheeseburger. When your bitch cheated on you in 7th grade, and she took another pop, you can't get over it, and you're 28 years old. So you can't get over things that happened years ago, months ago, weeks ago, because you're a human being, but you're telling somebody to get over some shit for 400-500 years. No remedy. The remedy was, all right, man, y'all free now, but we gonna hit y'all with this water. Shh. All right, man, y'all free now. Hey, Noir, sick 'em. Y'all free now. Don't drink out the water fountain, no. There's no remedy. There was no solution. It was just, you're free, we gonna still f you up. You drank from my water fountain, we gonna f you up. You went and got ice cream from the same diner, we gonna f you up some more.
A lot of black people that are racist, right? I would argue.
It's difficult to even get through that. It was just full of nonsense. His facial expressions were just annoying. So first off, it just makes no sense. So you say, in order to be racist, you need to have power. So anybody who's homeless, anybody who is mentally challenged, they can't be racist. Even if you're mentally challenged and you don't know any better. It doesn't matter if you don't know any better. It's still racist. You just may not know better, but it's still racist. My take on this is no matter what race you are, no matter who you are, whatever you are, you can be racist. Anybody can be racist. We're all people. We all bear the same sins. We all have similar ways of thinking in our society. You could be black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever you are, you can be racist. The way this guy is talking, he's talking like an idiot. That you need power to be racist. So I'm guessing if Will Smith is being racist towards his own kind, his own black people, he can't be racist because he's black. That's probably what this man will think. So anybody who's rich and famous, who's black, white, Asian, Mexican, whatever, they can't be racist because they have more power. From his perspective, he says you need to have power in order to be racist. They have power. So they can be racist if they have the power. And then homeless people, if they're black, Mexican, Asian, or whatever they are, they're homeless, so they're beneath everybody, right? That's what he says. They're beneath everybody. They don't have power. So they can't be racist because they don't have power. So if you're homeless and you're white and you say the N-word to a group of kids, you're not racist. You don't have power. The group of kids have power. They're driving a Ferrari or they're driving a Benz. So they can't be racist because they have power. You're homeless and you're white, so you're less than them. So you don't have power, so you can't be racist. Is that what he's saying? Or because he's white, he automatically has this white privilege, so it gives him power. So now he can be racist. This just is just stupid. Point blank, period. You can be racist. Anybody can be racist. Racist doesn't come with power. Racist comes with the message behind what you're doing. Racist comes with action. That's it. It comes with action. You're racist because you hate this group of people. You're racist because you don't like what they do. You're racist because you don't like them because of the color of their skin, their attitude, how you grew up, with what people told you, whatever the reason is. You're racist because of those reasons. And then the prejudices come in because of societal standards. If you keep hearing certain phrases, if you keep seeing certain phrases on TV, black people are ghetto all the time on TV. Black people have baby daddy, baby mama issues on TV. White people act silly. Asian people are smart. Mexican people always mow lawns or always build and do agriculture. You're going to have those prejudices all the time because you see it all the time. So those will be instilled into your mind as you grow up. So those are how prejudices even come about. So those are prejudices. You could be racist and still be fine. It's okay to be racist. Just don't be hateful. Don't be racist and hate a certain group of people to where you want to do harm on them. Don't be racist and be negative to a group of people and not hire them because of the color of their skin. Hire them because of their who they are as a person, how they dress, how they come and present themselves. Hire them because of that. If you're walking into an establishment and you're trying to get a job and your name is Jaquisha or Tyrone or something like that, and you're dressed ghetto, you may not get the job because of the way you're dressed and because of your name. Just like if you're African or you're Muslim and you have a different sounding name, and you may not get the job because of that. Those are prejudices. Now, it will lean into racism if you don't speak a certain way, or if you're really, if you're speaking well and you're doing well and they still don't hire you because you're black or because you're Asian or because you're Muslim, well, then that's just racist. And again, that's fine as long as they're not trying to really do harm to you. They have every right to hire who they want to hire for their job, for their business. It's their business. If they don't want to, if I owned a business and I don't want to hire black people, that's my choice. If that hurts my job because I don't want to hire black people, then let it hurt my job. If it doesn't hurt the job, then it doesn't hurt the job. Everybody should be able to hire who they want to hire. Just don't be racist and hateful towards people where you want to do the harm to them. Don't be hateful towards children and start saying the N-word towards children. That's when you start going too much. But if you say the N-word to a grown adult, who cares? As long as you can make money from it, that's when you start caring. That's when it starts to matter. So, at the end of the day, anybody can be racist. It doesn't matter what color skin you are. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Anybody could be racist. Anybody could be prejudiced. Enough with this nonsense of you're black so you can't be racist. It just doesn't make any sense. Just because you're black doesn't make you any less human than the rest of the world. And that's just the honest truth. Just because you're black doesn't make you any less human than the rest of the world. You don't need power to be racist. All you need to do is be alive. All you need to do is be breathing. Racist comes with hate. It doesn't come with power. Like, since when is the main power of racism, not even power, since when is the main objective of racism power? The main objective of racism is hate. You need to have hate in order to be racist. You don't need to have power to be racist. You need to have hate. Back then, during slavery, the Caucasian race hated the black race, the color of their skin. They hated them. They thought they were better. So they were racist. It's not because they had power that they thought they were racist. Power just came with who they were as a people in the majority group as a people in the society. What came with the racism was hate. Otherwise, there would have been no racism. If they didn't hate a certain group of people, they wouldn't say you're going to be our slaves, and they wouldn't have put them into slavery. You needed hate in order to do that. So all you need is hate to be racist. You don't need power to be racist. You could be the most powerful person on earth, and you could have not a racist bone in your body. You could be the most hateful person on earth, and you could have the most racist bone in your body, because it comes with hate. That is what racism comes with. At the end of the day, racism comes with hate, not with power. So I think I could end the video honestly right there, but I kind of want to hear a little bit more what they have to say. And hear a little bit of Myron's objective from this as well. So let's get back into it.
Blacks tend to be more racist.
All right, this is a all right. All right. So as y'all can see, right?
A lot of black people that are racist.
See, things like this are morons. Okay? This dude right here is an idiot. I'm going to tell you guys why he's an idiot. Look at this.
Right? I would argue blacks tend to be more racist than white sometimes.
No, racism basically determines that you have the power in the racism. Black people can be more prejudiced, but rightfully so.
No, okay, so see how he shifts the definition. He's like, oh no, racism is only when you have power over the other race. Hey, there's more black millionaires in America than anywhere else. I would argue blacks have more power than whites nowadays, because a black person can use a pejorative racial term against a white person, and if that white person retaliates and uses a pejorative racial term towards them, who's losing their job, Nick?
On the power side, Myron is correct with that. On the power side. But on strictly the racism side, you don't even need to bring power into it, because again, racism comes with hate, not with power. Racism has nothing to do with power. If you have power, that's just a side what is it called? Side object? That's just something on the side. It's like having a meal. The main course is a steak. So let's say the main course is racism. On the side, you have power. That's like the peas and string beans and asparagus and whatnot. You have power on the side. But the main course itself is racism itself. And then what's inside that main course, which is the racism, is hate. Power is just on the side. Like, I don't understand this whole, you need power to be racist. That's just stupid. You have homeless people on the street who are racist. They have no power. They're homeless. They barely even have a word in edgewise to even say anything about anything at all. All they can do is, if they could even go vote, that's mostly all they can do. Other than that, it will just be ramblings of a homeless person. Or if a person's a crackhead, it will be ramblings of a crackhead on the street. They have no power. They're a homeless crackhead on the street. Can they be racist? Yes, they can be racist. Now, if they're a crackhead and their whole mind is gone and they're just talking about aliens in their mind and the cars are alive and all this rubbish, whatnot, are they still racist if they're saying that they hate black people and they wish death upon them, they'll lynch them, they'll do this? 100% they're still racist. White, black, Mexican, whatever race they are, they're still racist, because that's hate. Even if their mind is screwed up, it's still hate. It doesn't stop what it is. If you go and murder somebody because they tried to murder you, or they tried to kidnap your child, or they tried to break into your house, you still murdered the person, you killed the person, but it's justified. It's a justifiable murder. Murder is just killing the other person, right? That's all it is. It's justified. You can't say all what the black people are doing is justified prejudice or justified racism, because that at the end of the day, it's still racism. If somebody's racist to you, you want to be racist towards them back, fine. So be it. That's fine. But don't say you can't be racist. If you even want to say it's justified racism, you could say that and then argue it, because then you have to start picking at, okay, how is it justified? What happened? What's the situation? Then you have to start finding out how it's justified. How is it similar in those situations? That's a whole nother subject. Point blank period, everybody could be racist. There's really nothing else I have to even say for this video. That's about it. I mean, I can't hear anything any more than what this black guy has to say. I can't go through that video and his facial expressions, him talking into his purple vitamin water or whatever that is, screaming about a dog attack and the hose and whatnot. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I already know what Myron's going to say. He's going to talk more into it. He's going to say that he's wrong because of this and this and this and that. But there's nothing more I could get from this. I already know that the guy's wrong. There's nothing more that I could hear from it. So that's about it. See y'all on the next video. Sonder days.